When I was shopping for a metal building, I wanted to have doors on it. But the only thing any of the companies offer were the roll-up doors. I really don't care much for roll-up doors because they're noisier. It takes longer to roll them up, and they don't come insulated. A couple of years ago, I purchased this door from Lowe's. It was around $350, so it was really inexpensive. So when it came time to put doors on this one, I wanted the same style doors. And when I went to purchase the doors, wouldn't you know it, they no longer carried them. But one of the guys there at Lowe's was nice enough to tell me who actually made the doors. I believe the brand and this ones were Opella or something like that. But he told me that Amarr doors made them. I made this video of the installation of these doors because I couldn't find anything on YouTube as far as how to go about it, because I wasn't even sure if it was possible. So if anyone's interested to know if you can put this type of door on a metal building, the answer is yes. If you want to watch the rest of the video and how I went about it, stay tuned. I got two Amarr doors here to install. Now this is for professionals. I am definitely not one. I've never done one of these, and supposedly it does not come with instructions. They're 9 foot by 8 and 9 inches high. My question here would be, do I need an additional frame or not, or can I just install them on there? I'm not really sure, but I'm definitely going to try. Let's see what's in this package. I see instructions. They said there were no instructions. Well, it says owner's manual. So, no instructions. Got excited there for a minute. I will take a look at it, but it says owner's manual, so that's not going to do it for us. There's a lot of hardware in here. We'll lay all this out and see if we can make sense of it. Two of these. How do you know what goes where? That's a good question. This is one of these, so we got 3 of those. Now this, I know it's got to be split apart. Need to be separated. My task here was to install an insulated door in a metal building, and I wasn't sure if it could be done, and the answer is yes. Now since I finished one, not 100%, but it barely lines up on there, but it does make it. The first thing I have to do is prepare the frame, and it's only a couple of things. One of them is to make sure that this is flush here, and on that other door this was sticking out quite a bit. This one doesn't look too bad, but it's to bring this sides in here so it's not, they don't scratch the door. Gotta do that on both sides. And the other thing is to put a board at the bottom for now, so the seal has a place to rest on. Now the board's been put in place, level between the bottom of the frame there. Remove the screws and bend those pieces out of the way so they wouldn't interfere with the door on both sides. Now we have to add the center support, just like I did in that side there, right over there. In order to keep my cut square, is I mark it all the way around, and then I rotate it as I cut it. These are some of the pieces I had made so I could complete the job. Some brackets to attach that center support, and the spacer so I can install this garage bracket. Center support is in place and secured 100%. I'm going to install the side rails on both sides. Now the rail is should have about 3/8 inch clearance between that and the door from the rail, and the door happens to be exactly 9 feet, so it's going to be even with this here. With 3/8 from there, I'll be able to get a bolt right there, just on the side of this beam. So I think that'll work. So I'll start with this one here. Center about, and the same with this one here. So now, all right. These bags are marked as track bolt, so I would assume those are the ones for the track, so we'll grab those. I can throw another section on, and the problem's going to be up there, trying to figure out how all the stuff up there goes. We'll worry about that when we get to it. I need a way to join the top. This is the one that joins the track on the top. Okay, from what I can tell, it looks like it all ties in just like this. It goes on those upper 2 holes and support there. That bearing would clear fine, just like that. So that's, and then this one gets mounted to beam. Now to install this, what I did is set up a couple of hoops at the top with the rope, so I'll hold it while I bolt it on this end. It's easier to install the bracket first before lifting that up there. Okay, up we go. Alright, this way I can put the panels up and not worry about it falling like the issue I had with the other one. I gotta make sure that before I drill the holes up there that this is even with the base here, so it's all level. Now since I established, I can put this on here as far as the height and mark all the places where it's gonna go. Alright, so this side is all secured. Actually, both of them are. There's a situation here where I can get 2 bolts on this plate. I could slide the other one in there, but the heads on the other side would collide. If I try to put the bolt in there, it's right in the top of the other head. So I could put it in this direction. That wouldn't interfere with the door, and then that will fit that way, so I might do that. But I tried all kinds of tricks and combinations to see if I could get that to line up, but it just does not line up. Not so I could use 2 bolts easily there. There's the same thing on the other side and also on the other door. I got 2 bolts, but I'm almost a 1/4 inch off, so I would have to shim it. So I'm just gonna go with this method of flipping the bolt around. I gotta line it up and drill center bearing bracket. Slid in there pretty easy. Let's get this one in here so we can. You can see how bent that pipe is. So what I do is find the center of the wobble and mark it, and that will be level. I could also run a string and stuff, but it's not necessary. Center support. Screw starter spring. Alright, now we can get it right there. Alright. So we have red on the left, red drum, red spring on the left, and they're marked at the ends. Like this one here, black's gonna go on the right. It's got some black paint there and black paint there, and black goes to the right. 9/16 socket and wrench for this. Gonna lift them, try to center them on there. I established my distances and levels, and I decided to mount it with this brace here. I drilled 2 holes here, and I'm going to secure it with this track hardware. So I'm using 2 right there. Is the easiest way instead of trying to go to the end here, and there's nothing up above it to secure it to. Now the bracing is complete and secured. I used 2 on the main support, 1 on the angle. Oh, these are the bottom ones. This is the seal, so we know that. And this is the one that holds the cable. And this wheel, this goes here. And normally they have red bolts on anything that's got tension on there, so we got to find some red bolts. So it's got to go there, since it only fits there. We have 7 ones, so I'm assuming, since we have so many, they're going to be centers, and also to number 1. So there's a little, you see a little half moon there. So the half circle is number 6, and that's where the bottom of the hinge goes. Put it up. Half moon. Install the hinges on the right side of the door, and attach both cables. Now, since it's a lot easier before putting the door into place, this is a little hard to put in here, but it goes in there. Just press on it and it'll go in. The wheel wants out of place there. All right. These bottom ones here are all number 1s, and they line up with that half circle that's there. So put the wheel in place. Make sure the one is pointing in the right direction also. The half circle. Now we tighten them up and proceed to the next level. Since we already installed the track and the springs, it'd be easier to run the cables up right now before we proceed to the next level. I just want to snug it up enough to keep it from spinning, because the wires kind of try to spin this whole system. So just wrap it around and loop it right here and roll it nicely around, and use a vice grips to keep it from coming undone again. So okay, so that'll keep it from coming undone. So we'll do the other side same way. Here on the left, and I adjust it and tighten it so the door is level all the way across, and it's a lot easier to do it right now, and you make sure you do have the door perfectly level with the cables. Now panel number 2, we're going to install the center one, which would be number 1 here on the bottom of the bracket. Bottom screw is and then the end one here, we also put in a wheel on this side and put it on, right on the half circle. And this one here, this side we install once we secure it. So we get ready and we prepare number 2, make sure point number 2 fixes the right way, and it goes on the hole that it does not pivot. And make sure we don't drop the wheel on that side off while we're putting it in place. And what's in there, the door won't fall since it's hooked on that and there. So we just grab this one here and we installed the other wheel. And we installed this one and also secure the bottom one. Here's the bottom, the 3 bottom ones here. Get ready for the next one. Down and get ready for the next one. The top panel gets this wind or storm brace placed on the top here, along with these two different adjustable wheel holders or adapters. And I'm also putting this garage door opener brace. Garage bracket goes just underneath that, just like that. And I had the spacers made here to put on either side to make up for that. By the way, we have a dancing brace. It will be B and F for the center ones. It mounts on the sides on 4 and 7. The top bracket goes over that there, and it goes between 1 and 9. And I needed to tweak this one. We line up that one. That one doesn't line up, so I'm gonna have to tweak this one. I didn't have to do that on the other door. The top one will also use this longer shaft wheel than the other one. And it goes here on the last wheel support, on the top wheel support. That's to prevent the door from easily falling down in case the track spreads. All right, now we're all closed up. This has to go underneath here. It's flat, so I have to remove this here. Put the hinge in place. This is the top. In my case here, I'm going to be bringing the spring up in order to counteract this and rotate this to lift the door, make the door lighter. These are 20-inch stainless steel 1/2-inch rods that I'm going to be using to tighten it. And you should always stand to the side in case something lets go. You don't want to be in front of that. We'll also have to put this little handles, lifting handles, and the bottom hole goes 3 on the 4th hole from the bottom, so you leave 3 empty spaces there. And on here, it will be right following the hinge on the second one.